Greetings! Welcome to another edition of Gamezillong Book Corner, where we take a look at fine pieces of Kaiju-related literature. As we are now within the spooky season, today I'll be talking about Dargolla, a Kaiju Nightmare, by Christopher Nigro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Colin Wilson's life is turned upside down when a giant monster, Dargolla, emerges and begins devastating his hometown. With a simple premise, this book lives up to the nightmare of its title. Unfortunately, it's for all the wrong reasons. Part of this book's tale involves Dargolla, by various gruesome means, killing all of Colin's family, devastating the boy and leaving him to fend for himself as he treks to an uncertain safety only halfway through the book. Spoiler alert, it gets worse for him. He's not the only character, though, as the book also includes a team of military brass that oversee the response to Dargolla's rampage. And that's about all they do, observing with a cold detachment as they order others to deal with the monster without getting their own hand dirty, while wondering if they should just continue the pinochle game they were playing before Dargolla showed up. And as far as the titular monster, it's either destroyed by an experimental weapon or manages to escape. The book doesn't make it quite clear which is the case. Probably to try and set up a sequel, which as far as I'm aware never came. The book's opening chapter acts as an info dump, explaining that Dargolla is far from the first monster. This prologue also explains that superhumans called metahumans also exist in this world. The story then proceeds to ignore this bit of information until the very end, and seems to only exist to prevent the twist ending that Colin gains superpowers in the aftermath of Dargolla's attack from feeling like it comes completely out of nowhere. Okay, there is one other part of the book where metahumans are relevant. It's a scene in which a mysterious dimension hopper shows up to grab a kaiju tooth and then bucks off to God knows where. It feels like a part of some other story involving the character, considering that it even mentions another character that's never seen in the book, but without an extensive knowledge of the author's other works, something which this book sorely lacks, it comes across as a completely pointless addition to the story. And that's a good way of describing this book. Pointless. While it feels like an attempt at expanding an existing world, which it very well could be, on its own it's a bleak, poorly written story about one kid's life being destroyed by a freak accident. I do not recommend checking this book out. Until next time, I'm Protomet. Farewell.